This is the gymnasium where everybody's been waiting for the last couple of hours. And they just got word that the buses are somewhere entering the base, so everybody came out to the street to get ready. And you can see the crowd has gathered rather quickly. The next scene will be when the buses pull in the parking lot, I hope. Okay, here come the first buses. They're having some difficulty getting the buses to stop where they want them to. Okay, here are the first ones getting off the buses.
Fine.
Okay, well.
Mom, can I go look for him? Don't cry, girlfriend, don't cry. Well, there he is.
There he is.
He was coming up behind him.
Got off the fourth one? Yep, that's what I picked for.
When's you grow a mustache?
Hey, Smith.
Here, look good. Grandma, get up there.
They weren't running down through there.
Mom!
Look, Peggy! Up here! Peggy! Come on, come on. How you doing?
Doing good.
You're looking good. You're looking good.
Oh my gosh! What is that thing on your list? What a mustache! What are you doing? Got a mustache.
You got the keys, Chad? You got the keys?
What a mustache! Oh my god! Woo!
Last one. I told you. I was the last one to get off for the last. What did me and Daddy say when we got here?
Grandma's over there. She's right. She's right in the truck, right? Right in the truck. Take her.
Come on. Come on. Go on. Let's go.
Oh, you look great, baby. Yes, you do. You look beautiful. You think you were never going to get home?
I didn't think you guys would be here.
Yeah, we knew. We were wondering what. So now what do we have to do? Did you see the sign? Which one bus did you on? Oh, you're waiting. So you saw Did you see all the signs?
Yeah, I'm standing there panning over everything, and here he walks up underneath my arm.
Did he recognize you?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Oh, well, shoot, you can sit here all day in these seats. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
It's better than down there in those
Oh,
bleachers.
yeah. Hello? Yes, Kevin. Hi. Well, we're waiting for our Marine to get processed so we can go and have some lunch with him. They got safely in. It's been quite a homecoming. We've been here for about 3 days since Saturday, and it was delayed. His flight was delayed 4 or 5 different times, so we're just glad he's finally got here and home. We're going to leave here sometime this afternoon. We want to be able to visit with him.
I really like the zoom on this, because you can just control it nice and slow.
Yeah. Zoom in. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, good. There he is.
I mean, you can really zoom into this sucker.
Zoom in. Zoom in more. We want to see him up close. Oh, that's good. Right there.
I mean, look at that's pretty tight.
Yeah, that's
It's
tight. That's good. Let me see if he recognizes this. There you go.
Yeah. Wonder what Little Dusty thinks about all this.
I wish I knew where he was. I wish Little Dusty was here.
Yeah. He couldn't get off, they said, for 2 days in a row or 3 days in a row or whatever.
And 3 women. Warm. Oh, look, I left you guys little goodie bags with sticks and stuff in them. It's like Mary Kay.
What did I do with the?
Yeah, David, it's up
Do we leave it
here.
at the door?
I can't reach it though. Got a goodie
Try
bag.
the one on bunks.
It's like toothpaste, popcorn, candy. Man, they do
Are these
everything.
conjoined up?
I don't want, if they put cigarettes there, I'm gonna kick their butts.
No, I didn't see the cigarette.
I wouldn't do that.
They give them little goodie bags on each of their little bunks. There's 3 bunks.
Yeah.
They have a refrigerator. And they give them little goodie bags with toothpaste and popcorn and stuff like that. It's just like a Mary Kay party.
It's just like a college dormitory. I mean,
Yeah, for fun.
I like the built-in drawers underneath the bunks. That's cool. How does
Probably got some more room than cars.
Taking mine.
Yeah, that's not bad.
He's putting his stuff away.
You're a good
You'll have to
boy.
reprimand your subordinates for throwing their
They
bags
just
in.
throw in.
Throw their bags in the floor. Yeah.
What did she say?
Yeah, hey, David's organized. He's got all his stuff packed good. He's gonna put it away. Oh, he got Faye a little teddy bear. Oh, how sweet.
Excuse
Look,
me.
here
Come
we
on.
go.
Hey, Christian. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I shouldn't have been standing in front of the door.
We're gonna get out of the way here.
We're Jessica.
Uh-oh, the Marines have landed. I gotta get out of here.
That's all right. Hey, Chris, I got one of your bags in my room. The one that goes, you know, all your uniforms left in my house? Yeah. Yeah, it's in my room.
Hey, how you doing?
Jordan fine.
Hey, leave it there, man. Hey,
Come on in, dude.
call me later.
And this is one of the barracks areas. Yeah. You know, see, I mean, obviously the mission is different from college, but I swear I don't see a thing wrong with something like this for anybody's kid. To tell you the truth. Okay, right now we're recording. This is February the 14th, 2006, Valentine's Day. And we're starting off looking up the road toward Providence Church and the cemetery up there. And this is the road that comes down to the house. This is Bell's Mill Road. And up on the hill there are the, I can't remember the name of the folks. I should know that. It'll come to me in a minute. We thought about trying to get that house once upon a time, but ended up taking this house from Houghton's. Now you can just barely see the house there in the distance and the cars. If you pan on around, this is where Bells Mills Road disappears on down around the curve. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk into the property toward the house. You can see a cow in the backyard there. And just gradually give you a tour of the property. This is obviously the entrance to the driveway. You see this fence line down here. Out, and I sometime probably this spring are going to take out the fence line, just clean this all up so it just comes right out to the road. And if you look back to the let's see, what direction would that be? Would be toward the south. You can see where they've taken down the fences on the adjacent property, and it looks pretty good. Okay, the fence line here separates our property from the Moderns. That house up there belongs to Jack Modern. I knew I'd remember it. And we're trying to talk Jack and his wife into letting us purchase a part of this field, kind of expand this property. They're not doing much with that field up there. I think they cut it for hay once in a while, but there's not a lot going on there. Again, another view of the house here in the distance. And as you can see, the property comes right on up to the road. There's another road up there. I don't know the name of it, but a little road that goes back down into some homes and places way back in behind our property. Nice big old oak tree sitting right here at the entrance to the yard. Our property slopes off down toward a little creek down there. And it's more of a drainage ditch than a creek, but it's a creek and it runs pretty much year round, depending on the precipitation, rain and runoff and that sort of thing. I suspect it's got some water in it this morning. We've been trying to figure out what we might do with some of this. We just mow it, make it into a nice yard. Somewhere we want to put a garden. My idea is to put a garden in the back. But if you look at this area right in front of me, on this side of the fence, that's where Alton, you can see where Alton's had a garden there in the past. And it makes a good garden because I've been up here when they've had it in. It's been good stuff growing in there. I don't know what happened to him. There was a groundhog had himself a nice big hole over there beneath those two cedar trees. A couple of nice little cedar trees sitting up there. Some nice woods along the creek. I like the woodedness. I want to come in and clean out the brush underneath there. Just sort of make that neat underneath. Probably take out that fence line. I'd like to come back when we finally get the property settled and put like a white rail fence, horse fence, just a standard old white fence, nothing fancy, around the property, a nice gate. But that's something for the future. Mulberry tree right there in the front of the middle of the yard. I'm looking at, and you see the barn in the distance there. We're going to stop and concentrate on the house now. I don't know why I can't use the stop. Even this little camera, no heavier than it is, my arm gets tired just holding it up in this direction. Anyway, there's the house. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit just so that we can get a close-up view from a distance. As you can see, it looks like a old country house, and that's about what it is. It's tight, it's dry, it's warm, and it's comfortable. So that's what counts. I'll give you some of the other features of it we're going to work on as I get a little bit closer. We're going up the driveway right now. Want to move these power lines away from the center of the yard. See if we can run them down the side. I'd love to be able to run them underground like they do some places. That may not be practical, but at least run the lines down along one of the fence rows or off to the side somehow so they're down the center of the yard. Of course, this has got a circular drive, which is kind of cool. And the mailman comes right on in and delivers the mail to the mailbox right there. I suspect he does a lot of that out of courtesy to Alton. I don't know if he's going to be so courteous for us once we get here or not. But we'll try to keep him happy anyway. I see in the yard we got a couple of really big horse chestnut trees, as you can see. And those horse chestnuts, they're the size of walnuts when they come down. Can really make a loud thump on the top of your car or on top of the tin roof. People have been talking about trying to cut down a tree or something so they didn't have the sound of the hickory nuts hitting the cars and stuff, but I kind of like the trees. I might not have picked the hickory nut, but hey, it's going to be hard to replace that with a tree that size and that pretty when it's in full leaf. We'll just have to learn how to live with it, I think. We'll see. The shed back there is actually a nice little horse shed. I remember there used to be, if we pan back down the roadway here, there used to be a fence that ran along the roadway here, and this area had a horse in it from time to time. And the barn has a little stable, paddock inside there, closed-in room that would be suitable for keeping a horse out of the weather and dry and comfortable. More trees. This area in here is kind of got an interesting lay to it. I don't know what you can do to level it. Probably all it takes is money, I guess. Filled in with money. Over here is out in the bird feeder and the old mailbox. And let's see what else. Let's take some close-up shots of the house here. Now, just pan along the house, you can see the roof lines a little bit on the crookedy side. There's a chickadee on the bird feeder. See if he'll hold still for me. There comes another one. Yeah, holds, there you go. Where's the bird feeder? Shoot. There they are. Sort of fun to watch them. Out and keeps the bird feeders full. What was that? Anyway, let's go back to the house. You can see the roof's a little crooked along the front of the house. Want to get that straightened out. And this room on the end of the house here, sort of red box. Now here's what Peggy has in mind to do. See if I can get this in the picture now. First of all, the kitchen dining area is right there behind the screen. That's the first room on the right there. The plan is to bring the wall of the kitchen out to the front edge of the deck. So that'll extend the kitchen area out. Now Peggy wants to take this little red room, and we're not going to do it with this room, but effectively lift it up so that the floor of that room is level with the floor on the porch and the kitchen, and then pull that entire room forward so that it's even with the front end of the porch, and then open it up so it will open into the kitchen dining area, the new extended dining area, and make for a really fairly nice living space in there. The idea is to put a V roof on this extension that sort of matches the roof of the house, but smaller. So in other words, it would be a V on this little room, like the V on the house, but it would be smaller and lined up differently. I can sketch a picture of it. I can't talk about it exactly. That's a nice little room. It's dry, it's pretty tight, and it adds a lot of room to the house. It's actually a fairly big room. I'm going to pause here for a second. Okay, we're starting up again, and we're facing the door on that side room. It's called the family room right now. And then looking around behind the house, you see the smokehouse, and there's the gas tank for the LPG. This is the backyard. We have to figure out what to do with that smokehouse. It's probably going to have to move rather than stay where it is. And I'm going to shut this down and see what I've got.